The Joe Rogan Experience.
He's not being mean. I stopped doing racial jokes, like being heavy on racial jokes, just because I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit enough about equality to put my job on the line to try to make everyone even. Like, I'll get into nights if it's an all black room where I just do black jokes, but not mean, but just what I do, black jokes.
Right.
But and then you do that. And once you do that, you have a fucking power of attorney to do anything, because even the clean people go, my kids finger their ass too.
Right.
You know, and then I improv. I talk to the audience a lot.
But when you were saying that you used to do racist jokes or racial jokes, you know, you stopped doing them because they offended too many people?
No, no one ever got offended. But I just noticed that I was, for one, I was obsessing on it. Like, I could write all day long. I could write jokes about black people. I mean, if you I swear to God, if you put me in a room with a black audience, all I'll do is talk about black people. All I'll do. And like now the furthest I go is I have a joke about I think it's racist that they don't make black baby powder. Like, I just think that from a company named Johnson & Johnson, they would have thought of that by now.
That's pretty funny.
And then they go, you know, that that's how I'm gonna make $1 million. I'm gonna make black baby powder. And then I'll call it Magic Johnson & Johnson's. So then one night, this is great. One night, this black dude sits up in an audience in Miami. He goes, "Hey, motherfucker, when you get done your little joke about black baby powder, I'll tell you I don't make shit." And so I was like, I think I'm done with the joke now. Like, why don't they make it? And he goes, "We don't have a problem with moisture the way you guys do." He goes, "Every time I hug a white guy, it's like hugging a dolphin." He goes, "Black people have a problem retaining moisture." So they have a problem getting ashy. So they have to always stay moist, whereas white people are constantly fucking moist.
Whoa.
And so he's like, they just never needed black baby powder. Black people don't use.
You.
And I was like, but it was awesome. It was like a great moment. I love, dude, if I had a videotape of every experience I've had with black people in an audience, I would be the most famous comic in the world. I've had black dudes get on stage in Miami, right? Real shit. Fucking 3 gangsters in the front row. True story on my children. Fucking, they're ruining the show for everyone. And I go up and I just talk to them. One dude gets up on stage halfway through my set, and he's like, this is a real motherfucker. He's keeping it real talk right now. Real talk. You know what real motherfuckers get in the 305? And he drops his pants and shows his dick. Place goes bananas, right? They're like, oh, and it's the biggest, blackest. It's almost purple. It's so black. Like, but it's huge. It's huge. And I'm like, that is real. That is fucking real. And then I'm like,
how big is his dick?
Fucking monstrous.
9 inches, 10 inches.
And it's a shower. It's like a thick. It's thick and uncircumcised. I'm just looking at it like, holy shit. So then I go, man, that's fucking, his name was Ray. I don't know why I remember that, but I'm like, Ray, I think you might want to get off stage, because I can guarantee you they're calling the cops right now, and I don't want you to go to jail for just showing your dick. He's like, I appreciate that. Good looking out. And then he puts his pants on and leaves. So then I go, man, how do you follow that? Another gangbanger stands up, gets on stage. I go, please tell me we're seeing another cock right now. Pulls his pants down, fucking just as big, but lighter, like a lighter brown. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, and I was like, you might want to go catch up with Ray, because I guarantee you they're calling the cops now. So they're sitting with, I swear to you, all my children, they're sitting with a hairless albino. Okay. And I said, and now the crowd is like fucking in a fevered pitch. I go, that's funny. Out of all the dicks I wanted to see, it was yours. He stands up, gets on stage, takes his dick out, and it looks like a lighthouse. Just no grass, bright white, and they're flipping over fucking tables now, like fucking going nuts. And I was like, ladies and gentlemen, that's my show.
That's the perfect way to end.
Got off, like, that's my show.
Damn it.
I literally.
How do you follow that? You can't follow that.
Can't follow it. I literally, and
a white glow in the dark Casper the Ghost dick.
Oh, it was beautiful, and it was big. It was big. I swear to you, it was big. And I was like, fucking. And then they all waited for me out at the bar, and they were like, dude, we're taking you out. And I was like, I don't think this doesn't end this way. I love when he bombs.
Well, it's so rare. He's really fucking funny, man.
It's like when you shoot a bear with a bow and arrow, but they don't know they've been injured yet. But they
How
know
many bears have you shot with a bow and arrow?
I watched a lot of hunting videos. Like I used to if I ever got too fucked up I'd watch hunting in Florida. It was very easy to get.
Really?
Yeah, and bear hunting, in my opinion, you've done it. I've never done it, but all the videos are they like put a box out full of food, and then they'd sit in a tent, and then the bear would come out and they shoot it with a bow and arrow, and the bear would get hit, but it would seem like the bear would be like, "Ow, what the fuck was that?" And then you'd see the look in the bear's face where they'd be like, "I don't feel good. I'm gonna go rest for a little bit." That's how Segura looks when he bombs. It's like he looks at you like, did I get hit? And you're like, and you know he's been hit by an arrow. My favorite one was in Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor, Hawaii.
Me, Tom Segura, and Russell Peters. And I go up and I do okay, but maybe I was dirtier than I should have been, but it's totally fine because the only rules they had were don't make fun of the Hawaiians. That was it. Don't make fun of the Hawaiians and don't bring up Pearl Harbor.
What?
Tom's opening joke. He's like, "Man, there's a lot of fat people here." He's like, "I heard island life was slow, but I didn't know they were talking about their metabolisms." Then he says, "I got lost walking around. Luckily, a Japanese guy pointed out the directions. Man, those Japanese know this place like the back of their hand." And, I mean, he bombed so hard that when he got off, he was like that early sweats, like where you could, and he's like, "I went pretty good." And you're like, "You might want to go back to your nest and rot." You know Tom's going to lose his shit. That video of where I'm shaving Tom, that's that week. Yeah. It's my favorite.
Was that before or after the show?
Before. Oh,
How many shows did you guys do?
One.
Just one in Pearl Harbor?
Just one. I went up. I was a little dirty, I think. Tom went up, had a rough set. He kind of won him back. But, Tom is not right for corporate gig in that opinion. In that,
it was a corporate gig?
Well, yeah. It was like maybe, I want to say 3,000 people at Pearl Harbor sitting in lawn chairs with their families.
What was the gig? Like, who was it for?
For the USO.
Oh, that's a military gig. That's not a corporate gig.
Yeah, but that same energy.
Oh, okay.
So then Tom sits next to me. This is my favorite part. Tom sits next to me, and Russell Peters comes on stage, and you can hear there's a murmuring. Now, mind you, we're at war with Iraq, and Russell Peters is a little brown for their taste. And Tom goes, "I never realized he looks like the enemy." And Russell Peters is, by the way, didn't acknowledge it. Had a great set, but you could hear that kind of like they brought up one of them, like, and Tom and I were in the back like, "This is bad." The next day,
really?
Yeah.
You thought it was bad because he was brown?
It was only because we had gone to rifle training the day before, and Russell had randomly chose not to go. Randomly, and the first words at rifle training was, "There's one rule here: if it's brown and it moves, you kill it." And Tom was like, "Thanks God we didn't bring Russell."
What the fuck? Imagine if you're Mexican and you're in the fucking army and they tell you that shit.
If it's brown and it moves, we kill it.
Whoa, that guy said that?
And we brought our wives to it. We brought our wives to rifle. We shot every gun they had. We brought our wives, and the girls were like, right before we stepped in, they go, "Can we go to the bathroom?" And we're like, "Yeah, go to the bathroom." So we walk in, and the guy's like, "I thought there were going to be 6. And he's like a real military guy. And we're like, "Yeah, the girls went to the bathroom." He goes, "Okay." And then Tom goes, "Hey, do me a favor. When they get in, act a little like aggressive to them and misogynistic, and let's just see the looks on their faces." So the girls walk in, and he goes, "Well, typical ladies got lost. Don't know what time it is if their man's not next to them." And Christina and my wife started bubbling like, "What the and he's like, "Ladies, do follow the men. They'll know what to do. Thank you, gentlemen." And I mean, he got into character so good that Tom stepped in. He's like, "It's a joke, everybody. It's a joke. He's doing it because we asked him to." This guy was good.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's funny that you can get a trained killer to just crack jokes.
Oh, that was a really fun trip.
If it's brown, kill it.
If it's brown and it moves, you kill it. The gumption or the gregariousness to break in the.
So were you doing sets?
I wasn't. I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. I was working out at Barnes and Noble.
So you were working at Barnes and Noble?
Working out. Yeah,
working out.
Oh, this is bad.
Like you do sets at Barnes and Noble?
I was working at Barnes and Noble and then working out during the day in the basement. Like I got fired from Barnes and Noble. This is the worst. I was working at Barnes and Noble in Astor Place, no fucking AC. And so every day you ever have a job where you lift boxes and as you do, you're like, that's a good buy workout. And you're like, oh, all right, I'll do a little bit of this. And if I do this all day long, I'm fucking jacked buys by the end of the summer. So I'd go down to the basement and you could take the freight elevator. I'm going to sound like a psycho in 5 minutes. You could take the freight elevator to the basement and no one could get down there because you had the elevator. And so once I got to the basement, I'd take off my clothes and start working out. and just like do push-ups, sit-ups, fucking curls with boxes, hold books out and do fucking these fucking jobs, front rows, and I'd work out. And then there was no AC, so then I'd wait till I cooled down, put all my clothes back on, get in the freight elevator, walk up, and I just killed like 30 minutes. And when you have a job like that, to kill 30 minutes it's like fucking, God, I'm that much closer to being done.
Right.
So I'm like, and I'm eating Rip Fuel. Do you remember Rip Fuel?
Yeah.
I'm popping fucking 3 Rip Fuels every 3 hours, right?
Oh my God.
I'm like a tweaker running around, shelving travel books, going down to the basement, pounding like I'm in fucking Oz, just and then come up sweating like a motherfucker with a name tag on, and so like 2 weeks into it, my boss Dwayne pulls me aside and he was like, hey man, you've been spending a lot of time in the basement. And I was like, oh, yeah, because I got to get travel books, and that's where we keep them all down there. And he's like, yeah, do you know we have video cameras? Oh, my God. And I was like, I didn't know that. And he's like, you're fucking fired. And I was like,
wow.
I was like, Dwayne, I can explain. He goes, no, I can't have someone getting into their underwear in the basement, working out when they should be working, and then coming back up, and then interacting with people. And I was trying to be a comic, so I was trying to think alternatively, and I'm on speed, which is fucking... So theoretically, like, I would do funny shit, but it was crazy if you didn't know me exactly. Some guy told me the other day, we were doing a promo shoot for HTV, and I did a joke at the end of the day. I go, is that funny? He goes, Bert, everything you do is only funny if you spent fucking 24 hours with you. And so, yeah, so I got fired. And then came home.
Wow. That'd be great to have that tape if anyone at Barnes & Noble has.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
His name was Dwayne. I remember he asked me if I wanted to be a manager like a week before that. And I was like, no. And he was like, what? And I was like, he was like, you don't want to be a manager? And I was like, no. He's like, what do you want to do then? I was like, I want to be a comedian. And I was like, this isn't what I do. And he looked at me dead in the face. He goes, this is what you do. This is who you are. You work at Barnes & Noble. Don't think you're better than us. You're not. Whoa. And I was like, fuck, I'm out of here soon. I didn't know I was going to get fired, but...
Don't think you're better than us. Bert Kreischer was telling, what I smell might be one of the great stories.
No,
about your dad,
no,
who used to shit his pants all the time in his 30s.
All the time.
How long would you said the story began with you saying that he shit his pants recently?
In a Banana Republic in Beverly Hills. And it was like real. It was like the real coming of age part of my life when my dad looked at me and he was like, buddy, I'm about to shit my pants. What do I do? Well, here's the worst part.
Does the Republic have a bathroom?
Here's the fucking worst part of it, right? So I look at him and I go, just shit your pants, Dad. I think you got to shit your pants. I go, shit your pants a little bit and then walk as far as you can and get to your hotel. And he just left my daughters with me, like fucking dropped them and was like,
your pants
I'm fucking out of here.
Bit.
And so he started walking down Rodeo or whatever, Burton or one of those roads to get to his hotel, right? So my mom comes up and she's like, where's your dad? And I said, oh, he left me this sweater. I got to buy it for him. Ended up buying him the sweater. And I go, he had to shit his pants. She goes, what do you mean he had to shit his pants? I go, he had to shit. So he shit his pants. And then he's walking down the street. I go, I'm sure we can catch him. He's walking slow. And then my wife comes up. And she goes, where's your dad? And I go, he shit his pants. She goes, why didn't he just use the bathroom? I said, where's the bathroom? She goes, downstairs. And I went, ooh, I probably should have told him that. And so
you didn't think there was a bathroom there?
I didn't know. I was in panic mode. It was Black Friday. And I'm waiting in line too. And I got a leather jacket on sale.
Well, it's even worse, I think, if you shit your pants in line for the bathroom. Because then everybody's going to know. If there's a big line of people and you just you just dump in your pants, then you're like close proximity to other people.
There's no way to play off shitting your pants. When you shit your pants, I say this, shitting your pants is a lot like getting a DUI. You roll the dice so much and get away with it that when you do get caught with your hand in a cookie jar, you're like, motherfucker, I never thought that was going to happen. Are you kidding me? I shit my pants. I got a DUI. I do this all the time. Why today?
Oh, that's so true.
So, but in his 30s, he was running marathons and he used to shit his pants all the time. I'm not even saying like, once a month. I'm talking once a week. This is before cell phones too.
He was in his 30s?
He was in his 30s. I was a kid. We were living in like North Tampa, not in like the nicer North Tampa, but in the shittier redneck versus black North Tampa. And the first time I ever heard the N-word was in this neighborhood. But my dad used to run marathons. So we'd run like 5 miles, 10 miles, and he'd go out. And on these 10-mile runs, he shit his pants. So he'd go into these orange groves, shit himself, right? Clean himself the best he could, and then run home. But there were some nights, I remember these distinctly, it was before cell phones, where it'd get dark, and my mom's like, we got to go look for your dad. And we'd be driving his route where he'd run, and all of a sudden, like a naked, half-naked my dad would come out of the fucking orange groves like, I'm here! Get me in the car! Right now,
I hope he would come get him?
Oh, he just would, yeah, it would be, I remember thunder and lightning, and he's just sitting in an orange grove, naked, like had to shit his pants. and we'd be like, over here, and he'd be like, all right, and he'd just hop in the front seat, go home, let's go, like real quick. He shit his pants a lot. He hates my stories. I hope someone, if anyone is listening to this knows my dad, let him listen to this. Because every fucking story I ever tell, he fucking always goes, God damn your fucking imagination. That's not how it I did not shit my pants. I shit a little bit. I didn't shit my... You're making people think I shit my pants.
He just squirts. He's just a little squirter.
I don't know. Let's call him on the phone.
Do it.
I didn't even go lucid. Like, I didn't try to control it or move around. I just let the dream play out. But I realized it was a dream, and I still didn't wake up. That's a rare thing, man,
I'll
for
eat
me.
the pills just for that.
Yeah.
Like,
no
I
shit.
have dreams. I have fucking crazy dreams, but I am totally lucid inside my dreams. Like, I'll have dreams that I'm reading something, and I'll go, wow, that's so funny that I'm reading something because nothing's there. In the dream, I'll think this. Nothing's there, and my mind's making up these words, but I'm still reading them. That's so interesting. I had a dream one time that me and Elvis walked into his hotel room, and there were 4 dudes butt fucking, right? And just hear me out.
Were they werewolves?
That might be one of the best sentences ever created. I had a dream that I was with Elvis, and we walked into his dressing room, and there was 4 dudes butt fucking, ... Now hear me out.
It gets weirder. They're throwing up in Burger King cups, just fucking each other. And then I swear to you when I say this, I fucking shut the door and I looked at Elvis. I go, what the fuck's going on in your room? And you know what he said to me?
What?
It's your dream, baby. Fucking loosen his shit, right? So I wake up. I'm like, wake up, check my dick, make sure it's not hard. And then I'm like, you know what really flipped me out? Do you know what really flipped me out?
What?
Not that the guys were butt fucking, right? That didn't bother me.
They didn't ask you?
No, it was the product placement. Like, what the fuck did Burger King do to get in that dream? Like, how the fuck did Burger King slide in that fucking dream?
What if they figured it out and you just don't know that there's a way to interject advertising into your dream?
It was
Oh my God!
Fuck.
Could you imagine?
Burger King in the future right now is like, I got Bert Kreischer's dream about the Elvis and the butt fucking. Ha ha.
No. But what if there's a possibility that someone could insert a product into a dream?
Right.
That they could give you a cheeseburger, and in that cheeseburger was some experimental thing that would make you think about Burger King in a dream and see a burger in a dream.
You could do it. You could do it.
I'm fucking
it's
a girl
in the
from
future.
behind. It's going Geico and shit.
Yes. In the future. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Because it's Donald Duck noises. It's Geico.
No, you have to eat something to have this happen to you.
Right.
We're stumbling
missing the
on
whole
something.
point.
We're stumbling on something very brilliant right now.
Can we get to the flying dildos first? Because we might forget.
Yes. Okay. Flying dildos. Here we go. So, I called Joe. This is what you said. You go. We were just talking about this, and you're like, yeah, you've got so many crazy stories that have happened to you, but I never think that. I think they're just things in my life. I think it's my ability. The way I see something happen is different than the way everyone else sees it happen. You know, I see the little thing that registers in me. I go, oh, that's my thing. You know, and it lights up for me, where my wife just glazes over it. And it's come to light in this podcast more than anything. The machine, I mean, the way I've told that story to fucking 1 million people, but then when I told it to you, something lit up and I went, oh, that is a good story, right? The fucking fighting a bear, the fucking, everything, I'm getting mauled by a bull, Tracy Morgan, everything's lights up. So then I'm talking to you on the phone today. I call you, hey, can you do the podcast? I go, yeah, I can do the podcast. And you go, I said, I'm on the phone with American Airlines trying to get upgraded. You're like, where are you going? I said, Amsterdam. He said, oh, I've never been there. I said, oh, whatever you do, if you ever go there, don't go see flying dildos. True story, right? So I'm fucking like 22. I'm in Amsterdam with like 5 friends, and of course we do the rounds in Amsterdam and get fucking lit up. Heineken factory, head shops, I think even maybe mushrooms. We walk by this live sex show, and it says on the billboard, guy on girl, girl on girl, oral sex, this, and then the last one is flying dildos. Come see flying dildos. And so I'm like, fucking, I tell everyone, we're seeing flying dildos. I want to see fucking flying dildos. That, to me, is a showstopper. That is something that I will buy tickets for everyone for. So I buy us all tickets. We go in to see a live sex show. Have you ever seen one?
No.
It's basically like half a boxing ring. So it's like you walk in and it's stadium seating and then half a boxing ring where they just, without the ropes, and everything happens right there.
They just fuck.
And
whoa, and are dudes beating off in the audience?
Are you allowed to wear lipstick?
No, dudes aren't beating off in the audience.
They aren't.
It is kind of creepy now that you say that, because I don't know what we were supposed to do, but there was like 20 people in there. But we just sat, yeah, because I guess maybe you should have, but we didn't, and we ruined it for everyone. So we sit down, and they're like, they come out, and they're like, the first is girl on girl. This is just like you'd see a porn, right? So two girls come out, and they're like they go to eat, and the second two girls come out, I start going, flying dildos, and they're like, no, we're not flying dildos. I go, oh. Now 20 guys are like, whoa, I want to see flying dildos too. So they do their thing. They leave. A girl comes out by herself, masturbation, and I go, flying dildos? And she goes, no, I'm not flying dildos. Everyone that came to the stage, I just yelled, flying dildos!
How many people came to the stage?
Fucking like 9 acts. 9 acts come to the stage.
How long is each one doing?
5 minutes of fucking masturbating and then eating each other out and then blowing a dude and then the guy fucks the girl. That's like the headliner, right? Like, and we get to the guy fucking the girl and I'm like, you better be fucking flying dildos. And the guy's like, we're not flying dildos, okay? Stop with the fucking flying dildos. And I'm like, boo, the whole time they're fucking.
You're booing while they're fucking?
Yeah, but now we got 20 dudes and they're all on my team because we're fucking hammered. And I'm like, boo, we want flying dildos, right? So then all of a sudden, after the dude people fuck, a lady comes out with a doctor's little briefcase, you know, the doctor's thing bag?
Yeah.
And just walks up on stage. I go, you better be fucking flying dildos. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, I am flying dildos. And the fucking place goes nuts. 20 dudes. No. It's like fucking right out of the military kind of like, come on, flying dildos. She goes, I'm going to need someone from the audience. And everyone's like, fucking flying dildos. So I'm like, fucking, I am definitely going up there.
Of course you did.
So I'm gonna get up there and everyone's chanting, flying dildos, flying dildos. I got my hands up and she goes, okay, hands behind back. And I put my hands behind my back and she handcuffs me. And everyone's like, flying dildo. Like everyone's going fucking nuts. She drops my pants, cuts my shirts with a scissors, throws me on the back, puts a dildo in my mouth, and just fucks it, and then stands up. She goes, that was flying dildos. And she leaves me with a dildo in my mouth, naked, going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone's taking pictures, like fucking snap, right up to I had handcuffs on. I couldn't fucking move. And just snap, 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 snap. And I'm just like, help me, somebody help me, get the dildo out of my mouth. It was a fucking nightmare. So
do you have a photo of this?
This was in 90, this is right after the Russian mob thing. So there was no digital cameras. So it's real. I can tell you if you want
someone out there has in a dusty shoebox
PJ Kuzmano
photo that they brought back.
Third caller, if you can send us that photo, you'll win 2 tickets to Alpha Break.
PJ Kuzmano has that picture. I guarantee it because I know he's one of my buddies that was on it with us. He had one of those disposable cameras. And came right up there, like right up to the stage, and just snap, snap, snap.
PJ,
snap.
if you're out there, find me on Twitter, homie.
What if it was PJ Stansberry the whole time?
We'll make it worth your while. PJ from the Comedy Store?
Yo.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
if you ever go
That's the best PJ face I've ever seen in my life.
What did you give him before the show started?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
He's extra silly today.
He is very silly, yeah.
In Burbank, there's wild parrots, like a gang of wild parrots.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Wow.
And it's the loudest thing ever. Out of nowhere, it sounds like murder outside of your house.
Whoa, that's weird.
Yeah. And if you look online, there's like websites devoted to them and stuff, and they look just like normal parrots, but they just go around in this huge gang and just
that's pretty dope.
Scream.
I remember we worked at the West Palm Beach Improv, the old one, way back in the day. And they put you up at this condo. It was me and Matty Kirsch. We looked out the window, and there's fucking, like, parrots. Like, actual parrots on this power line. I'm like, dude, there's, like, real parrots out here.
Yeah.
Like, this is the weirdest shit ever. Like, they're parakeets and parrots.
Yeah.
I'm like, these are like tropical birds. Like, Miami is the tropics.
It is the tropics.
It is the tropics.
Yeah.
It's barely America, right? Let's be realistic. It's too awesome to be America. It's too crazy. And too many Cubans got in and just made it tropical. They made it tropical. We're going to Cuba. You know about that, huh? You going to do a trip flip in Cuba?
Oh, dude. I'd
Going
love
to Cuba.
to.
Open up relations.
That's one of the best things about the show right now. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to.
Are those parakeets or parrots? What are those?
These are the Burbank parrots. Yeah, these are actual parrots.
Actual parrots.
Yeah.
And
Do you
did
have
they
to
come
take the
from?
video down because of YouTube?
What? Oh no, these are just still pictures.
Oh.
Did they come from people that were that had them as pets, or where'd they come from?
There's just rumors because Disney's there, so a lot of people think that it was Walt Disney's parrots, and he just has.
Imagine if we find out they're fake.
They're not real
parrots.
parrots.
Walt Disney is such a motherfucker. He's got fake parrots out there flying around, shitting on people.
Yeah, I had bird feeders out I bought recently, and they found out about it, and now they won't leave my house alone. They're there like every day.
Oh, the
looking
parrots?
for
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, they're loud, too loud. They're annoying as fuck.
No, bro. You need to,
Put some earplugs on.
Yeah, let them into your spiritual compass.
Yeah, bring them into your center.
I will.
That seems like an amazing thing to have in your neighborhood, man.
It's cool. It's cool, and it's really cool because I live in an equestrian place, so there's horses and parrots
is that
everywhere.
where you're
I go.
So it must smell awesome.
Yeah, it's awful.
Horse shit and bird shit all stewed up together in the Burbank sun.
How is it that it's illegal if you don't clean up after your dog, but you're allowed to just have your fucking horse shit everywhere?
Just empty. Its giant asshole, its 1,200-pound body of stewed grasses. Just shit. And then,
Is Brian?
I'm sorry, is this cobblestone? Is this a dirt road, you farmer fuck? Pick up after that donkey. Your donkey just shit all over my Prius. Your donkey's not that green. This is contributing to global warming.
Brian.
You donkey with his dirty asshole.
Brian said he didn't like parrots in his neighborhood because he's in bed with the chick and he's like, the parrots out the back, like, I never said this to anybody.
I've never done this before. Hello. Oh my God! Of course I always wear a condom. They would bring the fucking parrots into the courthouse. We would now like to call for the prosecution a witness, the Burbank parrots. I never said this before. No, Roofy, what are you talking about? Are you serious? How could it be? No, 2 hits is fine. I take 2 hits all the time, and I drive. Ingrown hair, ingrown hair, ingrown hair. It's an ingrown hair. Just throw. You know, all you need to do is you need to douche with that stuff, like Plax. That stuff you use for your teeth. Kills everything. It'll kill it all. It'll kill it all.
How about the defense attorney goes and the judge goes, badgering the witness, and he goes, objection, and then the prosecutor goes, probably want a cracker. Too far.